Before you press play, look close, this one can cut deep. Real people, real pain, more than you wanna see. Young faces in the frame, homes that broke apart, hands raised in the dark, and the bruise on the heart. If you came for shock, then take a second now. Once it starts, it stays on your screen somehow.
Trending at some point,
Handle with care,
trending at some point,
heavy in the air.
trending at some point,
You've been warned,
trending at some point.
don't look if you're torn. Body cams, hard truths, no filter on the ground. Some nights end in sirens, some in a final sound. So if your mind is tired, if your chest runs thin, know what you're stepping into before it begins. If you came for shock, then take a second now. Once it starts, it stays on your screen somehow.
Trending at some point,
Handle with care,
trending at some point,
heavy in the air.
trending at some point,
You've been warned,
trending at some point.
don't look if you're torn.
Slow down, breathing.
Don't call it entertainment.
Not every truth is easy.
Not every frame is safe to change.
Trending at some point,
Handle with care,
trending at some point,
heavy in the air.
trending at some point,
You've been warned,
trending at some point.
don't look if you're torn.
All right. Hey, yes, there is hope. So hold on, let me get my, oh my God, I forgot to set my camera up. I'm just over here just vibing. Hold on. Lord, I'm gonna keep the trigger warning up for people coming in. 1 second, y'all. But once we get started, oh shoot, I won't be able to do greetings because I'm trying to focus on what the facts they're talking about. But I'll try to highlight greetings when I can. Sorry. I don't want to be in y'all's face when the camera is connected. So. Oh my God, camera, just turn off. Okay, hold on, y'all. I'm coming. Well, I could hold on. I can still put up what we're about to look at. Yeah, I was sitting here making notes. I'm all feeling prepared, and camera is not on. Okay, hold on. There we go. All right. Hopefully y'all have enjoyed your evening. As I put, and that song is a trigger warning song, and then my cover had trigger warning on it. In the pinned comments, at least for now, it says trigger warning. And also, it will be in my description box if it's not already. So I don't, and this one, the trigger warning is, it looks like domestic violence and stalking. We have two different body cams we're going to look at. And these were sent to me. I'm never going to catch up, but I'm trying to play catch up. All right. Oh, let me close my door. Hold on. Okay, that's better. All right. And we're going to find a new after work rhythm see how this works out. All right, so the first one we have is the one that was first in the title. Stalker kills woman minutes after she reported him. All right. So we're going to jump straight into it. I talk. This is a reaction. So if you're not into reactions, the links are in the video description box. No offense taken. All right, here we go.
911, what is the address of emergency?
There's a shooting, a murder. He shot her about 6 times. Oh my Lord.
Tim, I have officers on the way. Do you see the female?
Yeah.
10-4.
It says she's in the middle of the street.
The text says officers have yet to realize it's the same woman who was at the police department moments earlier to report her stalker, and they didn't take her seriously. The text says they didn't take her seriously. So I don't know if the uploader is going to show that part, or it's not showing she showed up to the police department, but back up the part of them not taking her seriously. Like, was she not able to actually put a police report on file? What do they mean? I need them to expand on that if they're going to say that they didn't take her seriously. All right.
97. Female down.
10-4, empty 71.
Yeah, she's 7. Suspect's gonna be a black male. I believe it's the male we just dealt with at the lobby.
You hold the shot. I caught the shot. I said, "Read, that sound like somebody shoot."
Ruben.
She shot about 4 or 5 different times.
I mean, what did you see?
We saw her when she went down. And we heard the pop. Heard about 4 or 5 different pops.
Okay.
He left and went round this way, and he came back and back in over there, and and took off.
Yo, get that camera down, man. Are you serious? Get the camera down. Don't record that. Let's go. Everybody move back, please. We checked that she was 7.
All right, that just pointed out an Officer Jones. That must be the officer that had seen her when she was alive at the police department, because I'll go back so y'all. Oh, let me get my head out the way for this part. The camera angles change so much. I try to stay out the way. But you'll see his reaction. It looks like he just realized who she is.
Oh, everybody move back, please. We checked that she was 7.
Did anybody see it happen? No one saw it? Did your daughter see it or no? A black car?
Who gave all the 14 out as far as the suspect information? Who had all that?
Jones. She was just in the lobby to file like a DB report, and apparently he came back here and ambushed her.
The woman, 34-year-old Fridolin, had been shot 11 times by the same stalker ex-boyfriend she had reported to the police department just minutes earlier. They already knew all of this had happened because the man was obsessed with keeping her in his life, but had no clue that ignoring Fridolin's plea would lead to something like this. Meanwhile, other officers were ordered to be on the lookout for a black Honda, and soon one of them tried pulling over an identical vehicle. Knowing the man was armed and dangerous and that anything could happen at any moment, multiple units were called in.
Hey, bud, hey, can you do me a favor? Turn off the car and put your hands out the window. Turn off the car and throw the keys out the window. Hey, stay in the vehicle. Stay in the vehicle. All right, listen to my commands. All right. Come out of the vehicle with your hands up. All right. Face away from me. All right. Now just walk backwards to the sound of my voice, partner. Keep going.
I got him.
Keep going. All right. Stop right there.
Send me one.
Do me a favor. Just lift your shirt up for me at the waistline.
I got hands.
And turn around slowly. Keep it up. Keep the shirt up. All right. Turn around. Oh, okay. Oh, not him?
No.
Okay.
The other guy's thinner. If it's the same guy, the other guy's thinner with dreads.
Okay.
And like older.
She's her and this guy been broke up for a year.
Okay.
And I guess she's been like showing up, stalking her. And I told her, I said, next time if he's at your house, call us and we'll come there and trespass. I was doing a DMA for him just coming to the station. He was like, oh, I'm gonna just go, I'm gonna go. So he ended up going, leaving with no problem. I guess what he did is went to the house and waited for her.
Sorry about that, partner.
All right. Okay. Yep. Just with those couple minutes, I agree with the narrator that said the police did not take her seriously, because I'm gonna go back and play what he said again when he had the encounter with the woman and what he did with the dude. Because the fact that you're saying, I guess he went back to follow her, she just told you he's a stalker. Of course, that's where he was going. And they get more mad when you do go to the police. Hold on.
He's at your house.
Hold on. Go back a little bit more. This is not about trespassing. But I don't... Can police issue protection orders or something to help until you get a protection order from the court? I don't know that. But I still do believe he was not taking it seriously based on even how now he's trying to say what happened.
Okay. Oh, not him?
No.
Okay.
The other guy's thinner. If it's the same guy, the other guy's thinner with dreads.
Okay.
And like older.
She's her and this guy been broke up for a year.
Okay.
And I guess he's been like showing up, stalking her. And I told her, I said, next time if he
Broken up for a year. I guess he's been showing up stalking her. I'm sure she said he's stalking me. All right. And then he says the next time if he's at your house, we can trespass him. I'm not saying that his hands aren't tied and that's all that he can do, but it's the fact of that last sentence of, I guess he went back and followed her. Like, I don't know. I just feel like if someone's saying that someone's been stalking him for a year, you know that's possible. I don't know what he's supposed to do about it for sure. I will need somebody in law enforcement to tell me what could be done, but now I am a little mad.
at your house, call us and we'll come there and trespass. I was doing a DMA for him just coming to the station. He was like, oh, I'm gonna just go, I'm gonna go. So he ended up going, leaving with no problem. I guess what he did is went to the house and waited for her.
Sorry about that, partner.
That other sentence, he left with no problem. There's already a problem. The fact that she came to y'all about him stalking, and like Mindy said, wait, so he followed her to the station. He's not leaving with no problem if he's already stalked her to the police station and you actually laid eyes on him. That's the part that got me.
Because I put you in handcuffs and detain you, I just got to get some information so we can put in our report, okay? All right? I explained it to him already, yeah. He's very cooperative.
Thank you for your help. Understanding. Get a case number for him?
We're just going to give you a case number, all right? Just document that, you know, we came across you. Unfortunately, it's a crappy situation. But once again, thank you, all right?
Okay, you
all right.
So you're on the couch upstairs, and the gunshots woke you up? Okay.
I heard two at first, and that's what woke me up. And then all in together, I heard about 9 gunshots.
About 9, so you heard 2 first, and that's what woke you up, and then you heard more after?
Yes, like it was just going off fast.
I seen the vehicle fleeing, the Honda. It went right on Congress.
Which way to go?
It came behind the vehicle and went right on Congress.
Well, where were you when you saw the vehicle first?
At my residence. My residence is right over there.
And which way did it go?
It went this way.
It went out that towards the gate?
Yes.
It's going, I think in here, because there's a cell casing right there. Another one right there. So I don't know if it started here and she ran out. Yeah, so maybe around here and then back up around that tree right here. Or how about right here? Right here. Wrap it around there.
Guys, this morning, when I went and got my stuff out of the car this morning.
All right. I want y'all to pay attention to her demeanor because I was skipping around this video. And the one that just came downstairs, she has good information. I want you to see how I'm gonna tell you because I'm about to make you biased. Either you'll know I'm already biased towards her. I should say that you won't become biased just because I am. But I don't like when you see her later in the video, she's chastised by the police saying, can you just go inside? This is not something to just be standing out looking at. And she gets really mad at them for telling her that. And then she starts hooting and hollering. And then she's like telling the other officer, now I don't even want to give my witness statement because he's exposed me and blah, blah, blah. No, first of all, she was standing outside on the balcony. So she's pre-exposed by, you'll see where she's at. You'll see. So I didn't like that. Like, no, you exposed yourself, in my opinion, once you stood on that balcony with the other lady. Then I do believe you are outside at that vantage point, in my opinion, because you're trying to see what's going on. So it's to powerfully deny that is weird to me. Then to say, I don't even know if I want to give a report now. If you know her and you cared at all to be a witness, you were going to witness or not before that officer chastised you. Like either you had the intent or you didn't to do that. So I don't like that she tried to put it off on the officer that now she don't want to be a witness because of his attitude. This is a murder of, at minimum, her neighbor. I don't remember if she said that she's a friend or not. And you come down dramatic on the stairs like this, and she's about to give some details, but then you don't want to be an official witness because you were exposed. Just look where she's standing too when she gets chastised, but the police exposed her. So this is where I'm standing with it. You'll see, and you let me know what y'all think.
Guys, this morning, when I went and got my stuff out of the car this morning, it's a guy with dreads. Oh my God, he got black pants and gray shirt. He was standing right here by the tree talking. Okay. She had her hand. That's the lady who you called beautiful yesterday. Yes, that's her car still right there. Oh my God! Yes, they were standing right there by the tree this morning. Where's my phone?
That lady that were arguing this morning. A 22 this morning between a male and a female. Guy the dreads.
Because I saw the argument.
They saw an argument. Both of them. You both saw
this morning when I was walking my dog.
So wait, he had dreads. She had her head folded.
Man, here's something. What time is it? 8:53. 8:53 and 19. It looked like 4, 5, 6, 7. Jesus. Oh wow, he's right there, Joe. He's right. Okay. He's right. A little bit right where that tree is. See him? Okay. Now he's jogging to the car. And then you're gonna see him. He backs out.
Backs out.
And he drives away.
Hey, we got media flying overhead. You need to cover the body?
No, she said he had guns, but she didn't say he put no gun on her today or nothing. She said he has guns, and he was like, I don't have no gun on me. What she showed me, the waistband, I looked around.
It could have, come on, man. Because he said he didn't have guns on him at that moment. She's bringing up the fact that he has guns because she's concerned about her safety and him using it on her. And just because he doesn't have one where you see it right now, oh man, he almost should have just given his statement back when he was in the thing, not said this on body cam. I don't, I'm disappointed.
Yeah, nothing on him.
They were both there?
Yeah.
Oh shit. What was his demeanor? Was he all mad?
He was calm.
He was?
Calm. He just like, okay, forget it. Okay. He didn't want to be with me. Okay. And I'm like, okay. Calm, real calm. That's the crazy part. Like,
they're usually calm around the authority that can do something to them. They're not calm around their victim because that's the ones they can control. Of course he's going to be calm around you. That's not a character statement. That's just learning where you know to act up and where you're not going to act up at that moment.
you would have never thought he would come and do this because he was just too calm.
The suspect, 41-year-old Robbins, had been stalking Fridolin for a very long time. He had been trying to get back together with the victim, often showing up at her residence late at night to talk and repeatedly knocking on her door, something that greatly frightened her 15-year-old daughter, who was sometimes home alone. He would even follow the victim to parties to see whether she was speaking with other men. Much of the argument that preceded the shooting was also captured on Fridolin's Ring camera, footage we'll be watching shortly. Meanwhile, as the investigation progressed, a few residents of the complex got into a nasty argument with an officer who was trying to keep them from looking at the victim's body.
I understand y'all want to hang out there, and I'm not, but the thing is, given this situation, you guys really want to do this? Be observers, like watching somebody's dead body? Man, honestly,
we have our own conversation. Sir.
I know, but you don't need to be watching this.
What you mean watching what? You don't have. It's a free country.
Okay.
This is my right. I pay rent over here. We're not bothering. We are having our own conversation as neighbors.
No, it's not that. We just don't want you seeing this. This can be ingrained in your head forever.
Ain't nobody. We're not recording that. We're respectful. That's all.
I know, but you got young people out here. I understand. I don't care what you think.
We pay rent over here. People know how we feel. We feel sad about her.
I know, but you don't need to watch.
We're not even watching, and you don't need to even be over here in my face.
I can be if I want. I'm here watching the crimes. I understand why
and I can
people.
be right here and I can watch.
Okay, what kind of person are you?
You came at me so wrong, sir. You don't even know who I am as a person.
I'm not really concerned about that. I really don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care like even that much. You want to sit here and watch this? Your friend is getting dead in the middle of the street? That's messed up.
I already seen it before y'all came.
I know, but that's fine. Maybe you're insensitive to it. I get it. Whatever. It's you.
I already know about more.
Oh, whatever. You think you know.
Trust me.
Yeah, just keep talking. Run your mouth.
All right. Up until that point, didn't even come on my radar about her response because I don't know how else you really might respond. But I still do believe that she's there at that vantage point for a reason. You can't change my mind on that. But this is not where I got upset with how much she was doing. I was good here. And I'm Auntie Natty, because he did come on her sideways a little bit, probably a lot of it to you. I was okay with this part. And this is just my personal, this is my personality on how I'm reacting to somebody reacting, but everybody's going to see it differently. So I'm not saying that I feel right how I feel about her, but I'm saying my actual gut instinct, or not even gut, my visceral reaction to her later on how she's acting, I'm not with it. I'm just not. But that's just my opinion, But yeah, this was not too bad, but also be honest. You are out there to still see what's going on. Look at where you're standing.
See what y'all were watching for.
And you were wrong. You assumed
I don't
you were watching her body. We was not watching her body, sir. I just seen my sister die 2 months ago. You think what you said? I don't want to see that.
Then why you standing here?
Come at me like that.
Then why you standing
here? As a person, how you came at me was very disrespectful. Well, I know, and like you say, you don't care about an inch. You don't need to have that badge.
Mm-hmm.
Because you say you don't care about an inch. When you went on the oath, you said that you care about humankind.
Still wasn't mad at her at this point or annoyed with her. I just want y'all to know that's not the point I started getting upset. But I do want to say walk house. Yes, I'm trying not to be super repetitive, but yes, I also am acknowledging in the beginning, I acknowledge he's probably limited on what he actually can do. I wish I had a better way to say what is making me feel like it still didn't, he didn't take it seriously. Not what he could do with what he could do in that moment if he didn't see a weapon. I don't know how to put it, but I just feel like there is the way it was coming off was almost like, and I know I'm assuming when I say this, I know I am. It just felt like on a personal level, he also didn't believe that guy was doing anything. And that's what's making me mad. Not even almost as his official capacity as a police officer, if he can't do anything unless it's imminent threat at that moment. It's just something else underneath that, and it's making me mad. Okay, hold on. Got some more comments. Hold on. Unfortunately, Mindy, and I'm going to go ahead and do a spoiler alert for this part. What I saw at the end when I was skipping through is that her daughter did try to sue the city, and I believe the city dismissed the lawsuit on that one. And I don't know if she had grounds. Like, it's probably dismissed because she didn't necessarily have grounds for that, but it was dismissed is all I'm trying to communicate. And then Demi said, if I just lost a family member, I wouldn't want to be standing and looking at anybody laying unalived. It's mad weird to me. And yes, wait, hold on. No. Sweet Tea said that conversation is totally unnecessary, in my opinion. Ace Moonshot said the cop was attacking her character from the get-go. Naturally, she's going to push back. And this is not the point that I'm upset about the pushback. And I know y'all, people say it all the time, don't tell me how to react once you do something to me. So I know. It's just an opinion. I can't stop her. I can't do nothing, but I still can be annoyed. And I'm going to show y'all when I got annoyed. I'm not annoyed yet. I'm talking about later, and y'all still may not agree with me, but I'm just going to stay honest that I still got annoyed with it, though. Yeah, it is. It is very hard to stop a stalker. Yes, I've seen once you have a protection order, that is not, you still could die. They still could kill you with a protection order. So it is very hard to stop a stalker. I do agree. Auntie Natty says, since he followed her to the station, I think that they should have followed her home. Thank you. That would be something. Isn't that reasonable? It might be at their discretion. It might be a courtesy, and I don't know if it would have only bought her one more day because he seemed determined he was going to do it. It was planned, but maybe that's what I'm missing. Like, he followed her to the station. He's literally stalking her in front of your eyes. They're not together.
Have a nice day, ma'am.
Yeah, you have a nice day.
Nope.
What happened? Over there.
He was rude. He came at us rude. I was like, what? We sitting here and I let my daughter talk. He told me, what type of people are you? Don't. That officer, he's one of them ones. Don't do that.
Right. I don't know if he thought that you were. Yeah, I mean, you've been here the whole time.
We was
so
just
you were the first
talking
one.
and saying how sweet.
$3 is big.
Yeah, he came in. I say, sir, what? We've been very cooperative.
Exactly. Yeah.
I said, we didn't come by y'all scene. We didn't do nothing.
Right.
Sorry. Okay, Cows, not arguing with you. I'm just saying my stomach's still clenched up at it. But if we're just being objective, I agree. Because we expect more, but I can't say he didn't take it seriously. I don't need anybody else to say it, but I'm just saying it's almost like if someone's like, how did you know it was about to rain? Or how did you sense it was about to rain? It's like one of those, like it's woo at this point, but I still feel it. I can't take that out of my heart that I feel like in his own personal way, he didn't take it seriously. That's just my feeling. I have nothing objective to really say that. He could have been taking it very seriously, and this is just his demeanor. This is just the type of words he's using right now. All kinds of things, but I still don't like it from what I'm seeing. Ace Moonshot said, but her pushback is based at pointing out the consequences of how inadvisable to attack the character of a possible witness. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. If you alienate witnesses, it can have consequences. It can. Not arguing. Still got annoyed with her at the point it's coming up. I wish she had a pow to defend herself. She probably wouldn't even have seen it coming, Sweet Tea, even if she did have one.
Yeah, you've been nothing but cooperative. So your aunt in Haiti called you. So she's also your aunt as well.
Yes.
Okay. So she called you from Haiti saying to check on her.
Yes.
Was there something going on this morning with her and her boyfriend or husband?
Her boyfriend. That's her husband.
Oh, it is her husband.
No, that's her husband. That's
a boyfriend.
That's
okay.
boyfriend.
Was there some kind of altercation going on between her and the boyfriend this morning? What do you know about that?
This week, like she got a problem. Like she got the problem in her boyfriend. Oh, my English like
it's okay. It's okay. I'm understanding you.
Yeah, she got a lot of problem. Her boyfriend give her like something like $10,000, something goes up.
Okay.
I need like somebody to start for y'all.
To translate? Okay.
Let your friend. It's okay, my daughter can do it for her.
Okay. We normally do, but I don't think he's on shift today. Let me see. That's her. Yeah, that's her.
Yeah.
She
passed her, right?
Unfortunately, yes.
$70 if you take your car and pull across the roadway over here, please.
So we have to get like a statement from you to see what the back history is on this. Okay, I'll give you some time to, gather your thoughts and stuff. I know it's hard.
She got a daughter.
Where does she live here?
Yeah, she live here.
Is she married?
Yeah. Her husband died.
Okay, her husband passed away.
Yeah,
okay.
I think she got a boyfriend right now.
Okay.
So he got a call from her on Sunday.
Yeah.
She was telling
him a lot of stuff.
You got a call.
She
called him on Sunday. Victim called him. So he works at a barber. Who does? The
Evita's barber shop.
Evita's?
Yeah, Evita's barber shop. First like Albert Restaurant. First Albert Restaurant.
Just ask a question.
What's the name of the barber shop?
Evita's barber shop.
The accent.
Yeah.
Heavy hitters. I feel like some military. Yeah, but Walmart and Denny's. Yeah.
Sunday. Yeah.
I guess this is her friend. I guess.
The last day I'm talking to her, I say
Soon, the suspect's brother and a colleague also arrived at the scene to find out whether he had really shot the victim.
What's going on?
What? That's who brother?
Wow.
That girl?
No, the guy.
With the dreads?
Yes.
He killed her. He killed her. He killed her.
What the we have a business over there. Barbershop. Yeah, barbershop.
Heavy hitters?
Heavy hitters, yeah.
Over on Hypo Military.
Okay. And he said, taking care of everything, blah, blah, blah. He called his son already to come because his son lives in Orlando.
How old is the son?
Well, about 20-something years.
Okay.
About 23. He's he called his son to come here.
Okay, Mindy said for her, it wasn't stopping. I'm sorry. It wouldn't stop until I stopped fighting back and tried something I'd seen on TV, so that he stopped beating me. I started talking to him like we were going to be together in a relationship. And then she said, long story short, he's in jail serving 38 years. Wow, wow, wow. I'm glad you were one of the ones that made it away eventually. I hate that you still had to go through it to get to that point, though.
And then he told me to taking care of the business with his son.
You said he left you a message?
No, he called me. I spoke to him.
Okay.
And I told him what's going on, because I was doing a walk with my wife. 9:14.
He called his son
Yes.
to come down here to take care of the business.
Yes.
With you?
With me, yes.
Okay. And what else did he tell you?
He tell me, when I asked him what's going on, he said, he doesn't have to say anything.
Oh, okay. So they work together. Okay. And, yeah. So the suspect is his boss.
How did he find out that this happened?
I guess from a family member. I think from the brother. So we don't want. So he got a call from him earlier saying that he's not coming today and that he's gonna die.
Did he tell you why he was going to kill himself? Yes, sir. He did.
So he didn't give him an explanation why he wanted to kill himself.
Okay. You know your brother's in a relationship with
Yes.
the female here?
Yes.
Okay. How long have they been?
About 2.5 years.
Okay. And do you know if is there any problems? Okay. And what the problem stemmed from?
They always fighting.
Okay. And do you know why?
Jealousy.
Okay. Do you know if they were fighting about anything in particular today or the past few days?
No idea.
At the same time, a BPD officer had located the suspect and had followed him to his residence. She positioned her vehicle tactically and began providing updates about the suspect's movements on the radio while requesting more units to respond to the location immediately.
And to how his body language was out there this morning doing all of this, that's premeditated.
Like he is walking towards the front door. Same shirt from the photo, dread, same green pants. He's still sitting.
Okay, Ace Moonshot, let me ask you, okay, first of all, Mindy, I'm putting it up there in case someone else, well, not the back talking part, because you're strong for doing that, knowing what he would do, but that turning that phone on and getting the witness part, somebody else may need to be using that right now, so I'm leaving your comment up for a second. But Ace Moonshot said, I thought they were broken up for a year, I'm confused. The narrator said they had been separated for a year. The brother, who I just heard said they're still together, could be under that impression because of his brother that's stalking the woman. That's why I'm thinking for the brother's perspective, they may not be a break in the relationship. He might think they're still together, but for the narrator part, based on probably what the victim said when she went in there to report him for stalking, she's probably the one that said, we haven't even been together for a year. All guessing, but that's the only that's what I can see, because your family's gonna basically give you the perception of what they want you to have.
Getting outside by the front door. Fourth house, you should see the car close to the driveway. Units are moving in right now, 10:33.
It's going down.
10:33. 130 14. Don't rush the car.
Hands up! Let me see your hands! Stop!
I got it. I'm talking. You're good.
Driver, listen to me. Keep your hands up and walk backwards to me. Walk backwards to me.
Chris, if you're gonna chill with us, you gotta actually be chill. For one, if you have the opinion that women in general know that their person's an abuser, that's your opinion. I'm not here to I'm gonna let you have it. I don't agree, but I'm gonna let you have it. But do not try to point somebody out in the chat and start picking at them specifically, because that's not what we're here for. We don't kind of have that type of thing going on over here.
I got.
You're good.
Keep walking them back. Keep walking them back. Keep walking them back. Keep walking them back. I got
Wait, we got to clear the car. Back. Ready? Car? Move. Car. I got you.
Here, I'll use the detain. Good job, everybody.
You have any weapons on you?
No, sir.
Everything is on my car. Everything is in your car?
I don't live here. I'm just give me some information. I'm not listening. Okay. Just about the color, guys. I'm good.
Ma'am, are you a relative or something of her, or who are you to him?
That's my wife.
So you're related, but is she related to the suspect?
That's her brother-in-law.
You speak English?
Yes, ma'am.
No, like good?
Very well.
Oh no, I just want to make sure, just in case you need a Creole translator.
No, but you're going to here.
Okay, all right.
Officer, one question.
Yeah.
Is that okay if I ask?
What do you got?
My car will stay here?
For now, until we tow it.
Okay, no problem. Because there's some information for my brother, for my son in there also.
Okay.
So I don't know how you guys going to handle that.
I'm not gonna put my life in because he already said, y'all, he don't care not 1 ounce. Now me and my family exposed.
Give me a second, all right?
Yeah. And I want his name and badge because I'm reporting him.
A citizen complaint.
Citizen, yes, ma'am. Who? You think I'm gonna put risk myself now? How you talk on me like that? This man whole family out here. You coming up to me and my daughter.
Well,
and come back and fuck us up.
Not to come
even though I know God is gonna protect us and cover us and can't no darkness, no force, no evil can keep it. Okay, because he is bigger than anything. Anybody.
And that's why.
And I know he's gonna protect me and my kids and my loved ones. Flee in the name of Jesus.
Can I just say that if nothing else, I objectively disagree with her that the cop exposed her. I saw a woman that came down the stairs to talk to the cops before they went sideways at her. Give details. Then I see a cop coming wrong at her. No problem. Okay, fine. But where he looked up to come wrong at her at, that's another exposure point because you're right there where her body's laying on the ground, below her, maybe a little diagonally. And then you also are here now on the grass giving a complaint to another officer, but you are exposing yourself again. You're making yourself more and more memorable if you're worried about exposure. And then it hasn't stopped yet. So can I just say at the very least, I don't understand what she's talking about exposure or like somebody else exposing her when she was very visible in many places. And that's where I am. I can't, but also I was still annoyed when this is the part I start getting annoyed at.
Flee in the name of Jesus.
You have to spray the blood. Pray those evil spirits.
The blood of Jesus. The blood of Jesus will prevail. The blood of Jesus will prevail. I'm a spiritual person.
This is your friend's house, you said?
Yeah.
Do you know his name?
I will give, I don't know, I think Wilkins, St. Justin.
Wilkins St. Just?
Wilkins. St. Just.
St. Just.
Yeah, if you give me my phone, I can give you his number or his wife, whoever.
But they're not home?
They're not home, nobody, because I knocked before I even do whatever I gotta do, and then nobody's on there. But my phone should be right there on my seat.
Is it locked, your phone?
Yeah, if you're gonna.
It's just so scary. Like right now, he's done what he's done. This woman is dead, and he's just like, "Can you grab my phone? Can you have my brother Can my brother take my car or not?"
Put my face on it.
That's just so disturbing.
And then we go.
Sorry, in a different way. You got your rage people, and then you got these calm people, and both disturb me for different reasons. If they become a killer, you know what I mean? Like, and he's a stalker. It's crazy.
Thank you.
I don't care what that lady. The blood of Jesus. The blood of Jesus. I'm not crazy. The blood of Jesus. The blood of Jesus. The blood of Jesus. The blood of Jesus will prevail.
We're sorry for your loss. We are sorry for your loss. Hey, stop.
No weapon formed against you shall prosper. You don't know me. I've been corroborated.
Sir, she was just praying. That's all. It had nothing to do with you guys.
I know you. I know you understand too.
Stop.
The blood of Jesus against.
Stop. Walk away.
The blood of Jesus against. The blood of Jesus against. The blood of Jesus. The blood of Jesus. In the name of Jesus. It's not you, but it's the spirit that dwells in you. It's not you. It's the spirit that dwells in you.
She was praying earlier, and then I guess they felt offended by it.
We're the one who helping them, girl.
You're good.
We're the one who helping them. We can tell you.
But you so fucking stupid.
We can tell y'all can't control
Because your brother came here and shot that lady. We can tell.
You good. Don't even waste your time with all
We
that.
can tell.
Don't even waste your time with all that. Hey, y'all are doing the right thing. Don't even waste your time with all that. No, I'm saying y'all been working hard enough for now.
That's the enemy. Evil spirit.
I get it. I agree.
Officer, I can't hold it anymore.
Okay, all right. Let me call them, see how close they are, and then we can get you over there. Okay.
I'm sure he's at work.
Have you called him yet?
No.
Okay.
Officer, I can't hold the pee anymore.
Okay, hold on.
Officer, I can't, please. So bad. So bad, officer.
All right.
I can't hold it. I don't want to pee on myself.
No. Don't feel it.
Demi, you might be the only one with me, but that's where she got me. That was the timestamp when she was on that grass by the tree and she started doing all that part. That's what got me. The other part, I'm like, you can't really, police how somebody reacts, but I'm still policing it now when she's by that tree. But that is, like I said, I would tell y'all when her actions it was too much to me. And I know that doesn't mean she was wrong, but she was too much to me on that one. And then to say, well, I'm the one that's helping. She didn't say details, but she said, I'm helping. Whatever she said. Basically, she fell back into I'm the witness and I'm the one giving a statement type phrasing, but she said something different. But you also just said, I don't even want to really give my statement now because the officer's attitude. I just feel like she's throwing out whichever one's at her disposal at that time. When I tell you, when she said the spirit dwells within you or something she said, all I could hear was the power of Christ compels you. That's all I could hear. And I didn't even watch that movie, but everybody's seen that clip of The Exorcist. And that's all I could think of when she started yelling.
Give me a second. Step over for a second.
Okay. Hold on.
We're going to let you piss. Relax. Okay? Hold on for 1 minute. Come here. Face the car.
I figured out the phrase. I felt like she was weaponizing the information she could give the police. That's what I was trying to think of, how to phrase what I felt like she was doing.
You're going to piss right here in the grass. Not on the car.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
The note that Robbins had mentioned earlier, which he left for his brother and staff, contained an apology along with details.
I'm going to read the text because the narrator summarized. They don't always say everything. So it says, also noticed another handwritten note on the door handle of the main entry door to the residence. The handwritten notes were later photographed and collected by a crime scene investigator. I later assisted in translating the notes by reviewing a photograph of the notes. The note I translated had the following Creole words written on one side of it. I'm actually going to try to say these because I'm trying to learn Haitian Creole. So excuse me, actual Haitian Creoles. Okay. C'est Robin, pas donem de tout, nous pas wim uncle. And Pusola Weasley, my bro. Okay, maybe that's just his name. The words translate to, it's Robbins, forgive me for everything. You will not see me again. For the lending circle, Wisely, my brother. In the note, the Creole word said SOL refers to a lending circle where each member, they got caught up in the lending circle scam on top of everything else.
About the responsibilities they would have to take on after he was gone. Police also found a semi-automatic handgun in his car, which was taken in as evidence and sent for forensic examination. Still, there was a lot he had to explain about his actions and what made him so frustrated that he killed the love of his life without a second thought.
Let's start from the beginning. What happened?
It's to start, I will say about sorry about whatever happened. I've been here for 29 years. Mm-hmm. This is the first time stuff like that happened to me. Yeah. For the past 2 years, we together and we move in together. The others that 208 Foxtel, that's where I bought her. Mm-hmm. She moved out. First time.
When was that?
I don't remember the date exactly.
No, but like a guess then, like
a year and a half.
Okay.
We talk. She's back. The second time she moved back out, and last weekend we're not together, but she's on her side, I'm on my side. And she went out. When I stopped by her house, she wasn't there. And when I called her, she was on, I would call that bow, Haitian bow. So like, I was at the program. Oh, and she told me to wait for me. I'm coming, whatever, until 4 o'clock in the morning. She never showed.
Or if you hear anybody knocking, don't answer. She used to tell me that. But we literally got a camera because of him, because he kept stalking my mom. And I had checked the camera, and he was standing to like this side of the door and knocking this way, so the camera couldn't pick him up, but the camera did pick him up.
If you only could listen to that part, that was the daughter speaking, the daughter of the victim speaking, and now they're playing surveillance again of him knocking at their door.
And when was that?
I want to say it was Sunday.
This past Sunday?
Yeah, or Saturday evening.
Okay, so you didn't actually see him, but you saw, or you did see him?
Yeah, I checked the camera, and I saw him because I know what he looked like, and you could see like his dread tail, and he was knocking that way.
Okay, on the door or the window?
On the door.
Okay. And nobody made contact with him that day? Okay.
And when she showed, I guess she used the back door or whatever to get in. I don't see when she went through. But after that, we started texting a lot of crap, sorry for my word, a lot of. And then since then, I was trying to work things out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
every relationship's got troubles.
I try to work things out because I hate starting over. I hate starting over someone who's been, like I said, 5 years. But we're saying the last 2 years, everybody knew about it. But the last 3 years, nobody knew about it. But the 2 years, so we how can I say that? We cleared everything. So I've been trying to work things out. And at the end of the day, she refused everything. She refused everything. And then yesterday, I went to her job. She got off and she was there. I told her, hey, I'm going to wait for you home so we can talk. She was like, hey, I'm not coming home, whatever. I was like, okay. I spent my whole night there, sleeping in my car, waiting on her, and she never showed until...
That is not normal. A lot of stuff of what he said is not normal. But this sleeping in his car overnight, waiting for her, she's not with you anymore. And then, like he said, he has a hard time starting over. Apparently, that's the understatement of the year, that you just have a hard time starting over. I wonder what his history is in other relationships. I don't know. I can't tell his age right now, so I don't know how many relationships he maybe could have been in before her. I just wonder, is there an unreported history of him being this way with other women? But that's so disturbing. Yeah, he's literally right. You could build the kit off of him. Ace Moonshot, prototypical stalker. Yes. Chris, thank you for saying this. I was like, when she broke up with him, did he become semi-homeless? Because a lot of men that kill women that leave them, the women usually have the home in that scenario. And when they break up, you're not just losing the woman, you're losing your whole livelihood. It was another one where a dude, she owned her own daycare center. He had gotten out of prison. I think they met via pen pal letters or whatever. He got out of prison. They had a relationship for a while. He wasn't doing right in the relationship. She breaks up with him. He goes to her daycare center where he knew she'd be there by herself at those hours, and he kills her because he had nowhere else to go. He had no prospects. He had no future at that. Well, now he really has no future. But you know what I mean? Like, it's exactly that. A hobo dude. That's exactly these types. And it's not always them. I've seen obviously very wealthy people still be a stalker because there's something in that brain that's, I don't know. But I'm just saying, he is that category of the hobo stalker, though, or the one that can't let go because it seems like there's something he's not going to have anymore.
6:15, she's bringing her daughter to work to school, and then after that, I said, let's go ahead and let's talk.
So you get on the bus and go to school?
Yeah, I get on the bus and I had text her every morning. I text her I'm on the bus, or I get to the bus stop if I'm walking.
Okay.
She was like, no, I don't want you to go to my house. I don't want you to be in my house. I was like, okay, why it should be like that? After all we've been through,
I'm gonna go back a little bit to get my head out the way so y'all can just look at the surveillance. Knowing what's eventually gonna happen obviously makes this even more disturbing, but I just want to make sure I'm not blocking out parts that would matter for y'all to see. So hold on. Okay.
I get to the bus stop if I'm walking.
Okay. She was like, no, I don't want you to go to my house. I don't want you to be in my house. I was like, okay, why? Why it should be like that? After all we've been through, I don't see why I deserve all that. You know what I'm saying? I don't deserve all that. Right. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I said, let's go ahead. I spent more than hours and a half, almost 2 hours, because I keep telling you, I know you gotta go to work. Let's go inside. I would for you about the dog. Just go ahead and take a shower, and then you can just go to work. I mean, I'm not gonna go in with you. I don't need to be in my house. I was like, okay. And then she locked the door.
The worst part of it all was that Rubens believed following and stalking Fridolin was somehow helping him repair their relationship, when in reality, he had made her life a living hell.
You mentioned something like you've been stalking her. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by her?
Do you want to step out? Like
stalking her?
Coming into the parking lot and stuff like that.
Okay. And how long has that been going on?
It's always like that. Okay. Whenever my mom's home or at work, he's always calling my mom, texting my mom, or coming to the parking lot. And I want to say like 2 months back, while I was walking home from school, I saw him in the parking lot.
Okay. In his car, just standing there?
In his car.
Okay.
He was like driving past by, and then I saw him.
And then she started driving from Congress to Minor Word and come here. And yeah, she makes her boy like says he don't want me to.
You both are here, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Y'all didn't argue, you just don't want him to deal with him, right? Anything you want to say about it? Well,
Oh, is this at the police station? I told y'all I skipped around. I didn't know we'd actually get a little bit at the police station. So now y'all can just look at it. We all can look at it together. I didn't see this portion. So, okay, let's watch and listen together.
And yeah, she makes her boy like says he don't want me to.
You both are here, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
y'all didn't argue, you just don't want him to deal with him, right? Anything you want to say about it? While I'm here? So you get it. She don't want to deal with you no more, right?
Was he out of the game? I don't want you to make me die.
So 1 year ago, she don't want him no more.
She said, I don't want him to make me die, which I'm sure she probably speaks Haitian Creole as well as possibly her first language. But, oh, man. And this is minutes. They said the title says minutes before, the narrator said moments before. This is very, very close to when this man ended up actually killing her.
You can't fix this, okay? You gotta find you a new boo, okay? Work on a new relationship, all right? You done? Yeah, I'm done.
She said she don't want me to be around the neighborhood, this, that. And I feel like she put me down like sorry for the word, for like, because I'm not trying to put myself as whatever that is right now, because I'm already here, I'm here, and things already happen.
Okay. So after she dropped her daughter, she went home and she noticed he was there. So she backed out and came to the police department to make the complaint.
Okay.
And then after the complaint, she went back to the house. When she got to the house, she didn't see him in the parking lot.
Okay.
Then she went upstairs to shower because she was heading to work. She does CNA. She has an elderly person she takes care of.
Okay.
She got out of the apartment. She was on the phone with her sister. While she's on the phone, she yelled, Robins came to kill me with a gun.
Okay.
I need you to be a little bit more in detail about what happens exactly after.
So her sister had to hear her right before that man shot her. Oh my gosh. I know the system is horrible with stalkers. I know. I see too many of these.
After I leave the PD, and we both think might as well go back to work.
Separate cars, right?
Separate cars. I tell you, I was trying to still see if she can.
Yeah,
because sometimes when you try to calm down and say, all right, and
were you pissed that she came to the PD?
I wasn't pissed because I'm not.
You just felt like shit though, right?
Believe me, I'm the one who worked. She worked by herself, and I worked with her. I was like, we both work together, right. And I don't see it wasn't make no sense to me. I said, let me walk back out. When I was walking back out, and I saw the officer, he was like, "Is that you or whatever your female?" I said, "Yeah." And we go and we discuss what we have to discuss. And then I left. He make the report, and I go home. I tell you the truth. I go back to her spot. I feel like I'm whatever. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm.
And he's just smiling away.
After all, like I said, 5 years. And I buy myself a condo just to leave. I'm not gonna, because I'm not gonna try to defend myself, just to leave her, just to make things a little bit easy for her. Yeah. But she's the type of person that never understand, never satisfied, never happy, never understand me. Right. And you guys, man, I'm telling you straight up how it is. I will never see her and somebody else, another guy. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't. This is not me. I will never see her end with somebody else. Right. And she's the type of person that she is. She like to show it off. Right. I was like, man, it. I was waiting for her still to see if she can try to talk and whatever. I asked her why she do that, and while she was on the phone, I was like, man, it, because my head is too much for me. I can't hold it anymore. And this is not something it's funny or I just do it on purpose, but hey, life goes on.
What happened after that?
And then I like
This Negro just said life goes on. I ain't gonna say I'm in the public space, so I'm not gonna say what first came to my head. And I'm not even gonna hint at what I was gonna say because I was about to hint and I'm just not gonna say it. But you know my heart.
I want to say 8:39, she had texted me, okay, and I just left her on red. And then I was going about my day usual. And then when I was like in the second period, I was doing my work. And then I had gotten a WhatsApp call from my aunt. And she was freaking out. She said, oh, to school, if you could get permission to go home because I was on the phone with your mom. And I heard gunshots. I think he killed her. And I called my mom. She didn't answer. And then I had checked the camera. And there was a footage of him holding the gun to my mom.
Okay, you saw that on your.
Hold on, y'all. This is why I have the trigger warning up because I'm never sure everything is gonna show. So I'm gonna go back to that point. That's this poor girl, this poor young girl. All right. So what they're doing as she's talking, they're now playing some of the camera footage that caught him approaching her. I believe with the gun at this time. So if you can't look at that, I obviously totally understand. That's why there's a trigger warning. You're not. Don't force yourself to be here.
Gunshots. I think he killed her. And I called my mom. She didn't answer. And then I had checked the camera, and there was a footage of him holding the gun to my mom.
Okay, you saw that on your phone.
Yeah.
The ring camera footage ends just as Rubens raises the gun to kill Fridolin. However, witnesses nearby later described him continuing to fire at her as she desperately tried to stop him and protect herself.
Sorry, they moved the camera angle again. I think there's movement exactly where my thing was. Hold on.
However, witnesses nearby later described him continuing to fire at her as she desperately tried to stop him and protect herself before collapsing in the parking lot after the final barrage of shots. For his crimes, Rubens was charged with first-degree murder and is currently held without bond awaiting trial. Fridolin's daughter filed a $5 million lawsuit against the city of Boynton Beach and Officer Jermaine Jones, alleging gross negligence. Body camera footage revealed that Officer Jones allegedly mocked Daniel's accent, minimized the threat, and failed to separate her from Caesar, who had followed her right into the station lobby.
Okay, now I don't know who watched his body cam to interpret that part because the narrator's saying what they found out, not the narrator's opinion on that part. So, because the first thing I said when the narrator said the police didn't take her seriously, I said, I hope he expands on that. What does that mean? Then I had I was in my feelings about just how the cop was relaying what happened at the police station. I just didn't like it, but that was just me. But then you see the footage, form your own opinion off the actual footage in the police station, and then somebody watched that cop's body cam and not just said, oh, he's making fun, but he specifically mocked her accent. That is not taking some things seriously.
City of Boynton Beach filed a motion to dismiss the lawsuit. City attorneys argued that under Florida law, police officers do not have a legally actionable duty to protect individuals from third-party criminal acts. A Palm Beach
There's our legal limitation. Duty to protect her from Caesar. The complaint must be dismissed for the lawsuit that I think her daughter was probably helped to file it by an adult, but I believe the daughter they said a $5 million lawsuit and it was dismissed. I'm not saying that I don't see a lot of those lawsuits going through. So it's not like I had my hopes up. And also I didn't know for sure if maybe there was enough to even have a strong lawsuit. Mocking the accent, I don't know how far that goes when it comes to a lawsuit and stuff like that. It could maybe build up to some things. I don't know, but the limitation of the actual city not being obligated to protect someone from a third party complaint is, I think that's really that's why I got dropped in the end. I'm sorry you actually had to witness something like that in person, Chris. Chris said I saw my best friend get shot, and thank you for being. I disconnected in my microphone too. Hold on. I bleeped out, but I'm back in. Can y'all hear me again? Let me make sure. I don't even know what part it cut me off on. I'm double checking. Can y'all see me? Because I see myself again. Okay, thank you, Mindy. Thank you. Okay. Sorry, I just didn't want to talk to, and there's nobody there. Okay. What I was ending on saying, Chris, is I'm glad you're one of the ones that actually chose therapy as part of how you manage what you saw. But I am sorry you had to even see anything like that, and I'm sorry it had to be your best friend of all people as well. Demi said, "Well, what exactly is their job then? Those statutes that they abide by are limiting in a lot of ways is what I'll say, but yeah, but like Ace Moonshot said, the stalker thing is one of the hardest ones. But I stand by my feelings I had about that cop. Now I only had my feelings at first, but now somebody else cited it in an objective way. Auntie Natty said he probably has the same tendencies. He could see himself in there, possibly, maybe not all the way to unaliving somebody, because I feel like he was genuinely surprised that happened, but maybe he feels like that's a normal thing in a relationship, what he was seeing by the time they got to the police station. That's sad. Right. A lot don't, more are going, but what I see, just like this guy, if more people chose therapy, you could work through these feelings of you picking a permanent. Child, I'm bleeping out again. It said, but Demi said, but yes, the police will harass you over broken tail light. Oh, but yet the police will harass you over broken tail light. That is true. And without trying to make excuses, this is just something that I've said in my mind, even when like a content creator is raging out on either their audience or another audience. Because a lot of times, I'm gonna phrase this in a different way without the police. For instance, a content creator will say, y'all were mad at me when I talked about this, but now you're mad at me because I'm not talking about it. And I usually feel like kind of though, it's different people in each group. One group just got louder in this opinion, and then the other group started getting louder in this opinion that are opposing opinions, but it sounds like the same people are now wanting different things. But a lot of times I do feel like there's a group of people that were saying this, you need to do it this way. And then there was another group saying, don't do it this way. And so it's not technically to me that, how can I put it? Okay, back to the police thing. There are horrible police in the force, and they are the ones that are, doing things to harm people on purpose and causing a reason to then harm somebody. And then you have police that never have done that. And it's dangerous to, I don't want to generalize because I'm not a one bad apple type person when they say, oh, that police was just a bad apple, because it's worse than that because it's systemic. But I don't know how to put it. I don't put all police in the same category, but it sucks because the ones that are in that category are fatal. You know what I mean? Like there's no going back with the ones that are in the force and are like that. But I just do think that it's usually different groups of people, but within the same little atmosphere. How many times did she report them? The only one I heard, and y'all can correct me, is that one, when she went to the police in person that time. That's the only one I actually saw that I don't have to guess about. So I didn't hear them reference, oh, this was her 4th time reporting him or anything. I just heard about this one. So let me know if I missed it. And Wakals, you're usually one that catches me if I miss a detail too. Yeah, it's stressful, Chris. It's stressful sometimes. Wakal said the laws in so many states don't cover the craziness of this guy. They don't cover people in these situations, and they don't. I'm going to say this with this warning because I've already bleeped out 3 times. Thankfully, it's been a very short delay, but it still happened. I don't know if we're going to get through smoothly with the second and final video I have for y'all, but I am going to attempt to start it. And I have a rule now. If I bleep out, I'm going to give my system 3 minutes to refresh itself and come back, and I'll still be here. And then for those in the replay gang, you just skip ahead of the dead part. But just so you know, if I bleep out, I'm giving it 3 minutes before I actually end the live. If the live ends before 3 minutes, StreamYard ended it, not me. Okay, so we're gonna try this last one. If you came in late, this is a trigger warning type of body cam / interrogations to this evening. The next one we're watching is Daughters Lead Police to Mother's Dead Body. And these are linked in the description box if you don't want any talking, but you do want to see the actual video.
The door was locked in the room. Yeah. And
okay, can you sit right here for me?
These are the 2 daughters of 28-year-old Ashley Fish. In just a few seconds, they're going to lead the officer to their mother's lifeless body inside the bathroom.
Eggs were burning and she's in there.
And as the oldest daughter bravely guides her siblings to safety, police are still unsure whether this was self-inflicted or if there's a killer on the loose. But they'd eventually discover that Ashley's killer is closer to home than anybody expected, pulling investigators into one of the most tragic domestic dispute cases the state of Louisiana has ever seen.
Is she alive?
No, she's not.
They're young? Yeah. He done a number on her, that's for sure.
I wanted him to leave. Get out there. Leave the girls alone. I said I'd just shoot you.
I don't even know.
We've created a GoFundMe for these children, starting with a $10,000 donation of our own.
I left the link in case, I don't know how early or how late this video was originally posted, but you have the link in case you want to find more about the GoFundMe.
Louisiana, police receive a terrifying 911 call. But what would shock the dispatcher is the eerie calmness of the caller.
911, where's your emergency?
Hi, I need to report a crime.
Okay, what's the address?
265 Northridge Drive, in DeRidder, Louisiana.
Stay on the line while I get DeRidder. Please hold with us.
Thank you.
At this moment, the caller hangs up, leaving officers worried he might be in immediate danger. Officer Josh Stanford rushes to the reported address, unaware that he's only moments away from discovering a scene more disturbing than he could ever imagine.
You all right, babe?
The door was locked in the room. Yeah. And
Okay, can you sit right here for me?
yes.
Is anybody in there?
No, my sisters are inside right there.
Okay.
And we got my mommy. The eggs were burning and she's in there.
Okay, y'all come in here. Come right here.
No, I don't want to go.
Come here. Stay in here. Stay in here. $254 City.
The woman has a single bullet wound to the right side of her head and appears to have been dead for some time. Yet the male caller is nowhere to be found. But then the officer remembers there are still 4 young girls nearby who have just lost their mother.
Come here. Come here. Come help me. Come help me. Do you know these children?
Yes, they're our neighbors.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought he was talking to the kids like that for a second. Okay, he was talking to a neighbor. I was like, the kids are right there.
Like Maddie.
You got parents here?
Yes.
Huh? Can you take them to a secure place for me? Was there anybody else here, baby?
I don't think so. I don't know.
In an unimaginable act of courage, the eldest daughter guides her younger siblings to safety, leading them to the neighbor's house. The neighbor bravely takes in the 4 traumatized children, who would later turn out to be instrumental to the investigation. Officers head back inside to try to locate the caller, completely unaware that he's the one who pulled the trigger.
Is there one victim or 2?
I'm at Northridge.
City, do I have one victim or 2? So we need to clear the rest of the house out. I'm under the impression there was a male here too. Okay.
City police!
Hey, city police!
Go right. Police department!
Quick. See, when the Glass was on the phone with him, I was under the impression there was a male subject that had been shot.
Look out in the backyard.
Check the backyard.
What's that I smell?
The eggs were burning.
Oh, they cook? Oh, okay.
Where's she at? She's in that bathroom.
Oh, hell.
Everything else clear? Everything else is clear.
Officers find no one else inside, leaving them still in the dark about who the caller really is. They'd further look into the victim's injuries and quickly realize there was almost no imminent struggle, leaving officers questioning whether the injuries may have been self-inflicted. But before anything else, they still need to identify the victim, and this is when the officer would make a devastating discovery, one that would turn this into a far more personal case.
I didn't want to wait till you got here before I started trying to find an ID or anything.
Let me.
Hey, you want me to turn the stove off?
Yes.
Ashley Fish.
Nobody else. You said kids were in the house, or another kid?
They're across the street. Ashley Fish. I'm assuming young based off of what I'm seeing here.
I just go with her.
Did you?
Yeah.
So she's from East Warburg?
Yeah. I moved away.
She any kin to Josh Fish?
No, I don't think so.
She's your age though, or?
Yeah. We graduated together, so we're about the same.
Lead Detective Cooley immediately recognizes the name, 28-year-old Ashley Fish. He knew Ashley as a DeRitter local, someone who married her high school sweetheart and had only recently moved back to Louisiana from Texas. Determined to find answers and uncover who murdered his friend, he turns to the neighbors for more information. Meanwhile, other officers begin reviewing neighborhoods.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised they let him stay on there, and I wonder how long they let him stay on there once he identified that this is his friend that he just found out was killed.
CCTV footage searching for anyone who may have been at the house besides Ashley and the children. And they're about to discover that someone else was indeed inside. Someone who is already on the run.
Detective Cooley, Sheriff's Office. Jeff Brown, nice to meet you, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, y'all mind if I ask you a couple questions?
Yeah, you can ask me anything, but I really didn't see anything. The only one that saw anything was my son.
Your son, the one that was mowing.
He was mowing out here.
Okay. What's your buddy? Detective Cooley. Nice to meet you. Heard you kind of saw some stuff, just a little bit. Not much, but you seen some, something happen next door?
Well, I was just mowing the lawn, and then I saw, like, the car of the owner or whatever leave.
Lining up with what the boys saw, another neighbor offers ring camera footage showing a black truck leaving Ashley's house just minutes before the 911 call. Desperate to learn who was driving that truck, officers turn to the next neighbor, unaware they're about to speak with the victim's best friend and is someone who knows exactly who the driver is.
What's that?
The girls are at my house. Can you tell us what's going on?
It's not good.
Is she alive?
No, she's not.
Was she shot?
Yes.
She was out here earlier when about 5 o'clock or so. I saw her out here. Everything seemed fine. There was a truck. She has a significant other. She's going through a divorce, and they're legally separated. But he was here. The black truck was here.
Yes, ma'am.
Another one where they're separated, and they just can't let go. I keep saying they because, of course, women partners also, they will do that too. It's not just guys, but they in general just can't let go. And I don't know why they keep choosing this as the option. Now you're not going to be with anybody. Like it's just so weirdly selfish to the person that you actually took their life from. And obviously it's evil. Then it's selfish because what would this get you? Like now you're just locked away. I don't understand. And I know some of it's part of like they're already mentally off, but a lot of it too, not all of them to me are mentally off. I think that it's just this very selfish, very jealous, doesn't think past this moment type of person.
You think he shot her?
Well, I can't tell you a whole lot.
I got it.
So as long as the children are safe with you for now, we'll take care of it from there.
As far as I know, her. I'm assuming that it was Tyler was the person that was here. I don't know if that was his truck. He usually drives a black truck. And then her husband's name is John Fish.
She would go on to identify their main suspect as 34-year-old Tyler Durachowski, Ashley's new boyfriend. Detectives immediately begin digging into his history, gathering anything they can find, and working to locate him as quickly as possible. But just as they're about to begin the manhunt,
I keep moving my camera so y'all can see these pictures, then they move the picture to another side. Okay, I'm confused a little bit because the way they first worded it, they said the neighbor recognized that truck and she said they've been separated for a year. Then they say they identified the suspect as the boyfriend because I thought she had a husband she was separated from for a year. What's going on? I'll wait for it to keep going.
comes in.
All right, I think I'm back. I paused the audio so that way y'all wouldn't miss it and it was still playing, but the stream paused. So I started about from where it buffered out, hopefully.
Manhunt, another 911 call comes in, and it's from the killer himself.
Hi, I need to turn myself in to the police.
Okay.
I don't know how to do this.
Are you wanted? Do you have an active warrant?
No, I just committed a crime.
Okay, what crime did you commit?
I shot somebody.
Okay, where are you located?
I'm at Burke's Outlet in DeRidder. I'm in the parking lot, and I just am going to wait here to get picked up.
Okay, who did you shoot?
A woman.
Okay, what is her name?
Ashley Fish.
Officers rush to the address he gave, an empty parking lot. Still baffled as to why he confessed and why it took him so long to come forward. Knowing he likely killed a woman in front of her children, they brace themselves, fully expecting anything to go wrong at any moment, or even an ambush.
The suspect is going to be in Burke's parking lot. Vehicle.
Okay, so the easiest way to do this is sit down on your butt and
Turn your legs in, okay?
10-4. Understood. Good. If y'all want to go at this point. Are you out with that subject at first? Can I disconnect?
With the main suspect arrested, officers have no idea the investigation is moments away from taking another unexpected turn. When they search his vehicle, they find no weapons, but they do find multiple prescription drugs, vials of testosterone, and syringes. To their surprise, Tyler seems unusually calm for someone who just took a life, and it would quickly become obvious that this calm, controlled demeanor is part of a plan to get away with murder.
If you're still comfortable talking to me, can you tell me a little bit about what happened? Okay.
This woman and I got in an altercation last night. Things were kind of falling out between the two of us, just relationally, and I was getting ready to move back to Oregon. So she had a gun in her drawer. She loaded it and was pointing it at me, and we started fighting, and it went off.
Tyler insists he shot Ashley in self-defense after she pulled the pistol on him, immediately complicating the investigation. Once
I hear them use that a lot of times too. She had a gun and it was self-defense. Okay, so Wackhouse says she had a significant other that drove a black truck, but she was also going through a divorce. Okay, from another person, but the black truck was owned by the significant other, which we're now looking at. I can track that. They confused me, Wackhouse. Okay. Testosterone is a ploy. Could this be premeditated? He's sounding like it, isn't he? Even the part where how the narrator's framing it like he knew it was part of the plan to look like he was the calm one. But if that was going to be your play, that she had a gun pulled out on you, so you had to shoot in self-defense, you can't then call the police and act like you're the anonymous caller. You know, you gotta go ahead and kind of put that up front, because now it just looks like, oh, since y'all found me, here's my second story. That's what it looks like. He looked crazy when they showed him about 60 seconds ago, Lovable Scorpion. The profile picture they put up, it was wild.
he's brought into the station, officers relay this information to the team at the scene, who would begin searching for anything that might support his claim. And unexpectedly, they do find one piece of evidence in Tyler's favor: the murder weapon itself.
Here's what I've got right now. I know you got a lot of information coming in. Cameron has got the suspect, Tyler Grabowski, over at Park Terrace. He gave himself up without any problems. And he told y'all that he did it. Yeah.
I see the hair in it. I've called in the serial number. It's going to be a Smith & Wesson.
She's been here for a minute?
If I had to guess, I mean, she's still having some coming out of the wound. She's still pretty warm, and if I had to guess, I'd say it's been between 45 minutes and an hour and 20.
Well, that sitting right there? Yes. All right. So once they run the script, we'll be back out and we'll get a search warrant.
40 caliber?
Detectives still find no evidence of a struggle, but they do discover something unexpected. After running the gun's serial number, it comes back not to Tyler, but to Ashley herself, meaning his version of events may not be entirely false. And with that, investigators begin to grasp just how little physical evidence actually ties Tyler to the shooting. They then finish processing the scene, send Ashley's body for autopsy, and her phone for forensic examiners to be unlocked. Shortly afterwards, the grandparents arrive at the scene to pick up the 4 traumatized children into their care. It's at this point that it becomes clear. The oldest daughter witnessed something she will wish she never had.
I've got some grapes and some strawberries. Yummy. Yummy. Are y'all hungry?
The one you want to talk to? Yeah, she supposedly told my wife that she saw something and she didn't want to talk about it. Hey, my baby.
Hey.
Papa.
Papa.
Hey, baby. Here, I'm going to pick you up.
This brings a small sense of relief to the officers, knowing the children are finally away from the horrors inside. But now...
Didn't earlier, when they first narrated about her body, they and the cop went in there, and the narrator said severe rigor mortis. So now you have I'm going to call them an examiner. I don't know. The medical examiner or someone that's within whatever, or EMS, somebody's looking at her and they're saying like that, the blood's still flowing out the wound. So it didn't happen that long ago. But tell me somebody else heard the cop said, or not the cop, the narrator said severe rigor mortis or something about like a long time. They indicated a long time had passed at first at the beginning of the video.
Now comes the most difficult part, calling Ashley's ex-husband, John, and informing him that she is dead. Lead Detective Cooley asks John to come to the station for questioning as soon as possible. And while Tyler anxiously waits for his chance to speak, detectives make a deliberate decision to start with John instead. But the longer Tyler waits, the more agitated he becomes. And by the time they will finally sit down with him, he will snap.
That calm demeanor didn't stay too long. Okay, I wonder if she was working it out with her husband. That is one of the ones I've seen that too. You find somebody else, but then you try to work it out with your spouse, and then they go crazy.
I've never had someone do that to me. I've never had someone get that mad at me that they load a weapon.
1 hour after Ashley's deceased body was discovered, John arrives at the station. John explains that he and Ashley were together for over a decade. They had their first child young and went on to raise 4 beautiful daughters. For the detective, one question matters most. What does John think of Tyler? Is he capable of hurting Ashley, or was he simply in the wrong place at the wrong time? But before that, something else weighs heavily on John. He still has to explain to his daughters why they will never hear their mother's voice again.
I just want to let them know that she's no longer with us. Mom's no longer with us, you know. She's an angel now. Yeah. The 6-year-old and the 4-year-old, they don't really know. They're kind of like, oh, she's an angel. They're going to talk a little bit about it, and they're more concerned about how she's flying and everything, you know. Right. I don't know what she's seen, but that's got me real bad shape.
I feel bad for him. Mindy, yes, I also did hear the little girl was like, the eggs are burning, which gives you, it couldn't have been that long from when it happened to when they found her, which is why it even left. That's why I didn't even comment on the rigor mortis when I first heard it in the beginning, because they mentioned something. I don't know if I remember to go back and play that part, but they mentioned something. I was like, that's weird, because the eggs are burning and eggs cook really fast. So you're not wrong. I just thought I still heard the narrator say something about that though. Uh-oh. Am I still here? Hold on.
On that devastating note, the detective would shift the conversation to the final moments leading up to Ashley's death. Tragically, Ashley seemed to sense that Tyler might harm her, and just moments before she died, she would make her final cry for help.
When I see that, he's calling, what runs through my head is great. We got some bull crap. We got some bull crap. They're
So the boyfriend, I'm assuming, has the wait. Nope. Hold on. Is this the husband's phone and he calls? What's the boyfriend's name? Whose name is Tyler? I didn't know I was going to be having to track names on this one. I didn't expect so many POVs of interrogations. But somebody's name in somebody's phone is Itch Boy Tyler.
some kind of argument, and they're trying to drag me into this, and I don't want to be part of y'all's drama. I don't want to be part of y'all's drama. Nothing in the past has ever felt like there was anybody in danger. Talking to my kids, the kids never tell me anything's going bad around the house, so I'm not really feeling too in it. And through all this time, you know, I text back, I'm not trying to get in y'all's drama. That's when she texts, he won't leave, I know. As soon as I got that, when I actually looked and seen that he's not leaving, I called. She's like, hello. And the first thing I go, what's going on? He's mad because he's got to leave. And I said, are my kids okay? Are my kids safe? She said, yes. Because I was a little concerned, but I wasn't like super. I'm just ready for him to leave, like hung up. And then I texted her, said, talk to my kids, please, at 6:55. I just couldn't get a hold of her, and I was like, this is weird. This is just, you know, it was just odd.
This is the moment. At 6:55 p.m., John lost all contact with Ashley, and with it, the hope of ever rebuilding a future with her. Shortly thereafter, Detective Cooley wraps up his interview with John, who has made one thing clear. Ashley was a loving mother, incapable of harming anyone, and she deserves justice. Still not ready to begin Tyler's interrogation, fully aware that physical evidence against him is alarmingly weak, the detective instead brings in Ashley's other relatives to give their statements, hoping to better understand Tyler's character and whether he truly is a cold-blooded murderer. And it doesn't take long for one thing to become clear. Every one of them deeply distrusted Tyler, to the point of even threatening his life, fearing he might one day snap and hurt Ashley.
You know, I did threaten him. You know, I wanted him to leave. Get out there, leave the girls alone. You know, I said I'd just shoot you, you know, but I didn't, you know. And I went home, and my wife and my daughter, you know, they talked some sense into, you know, but I mean, thoughts crossed my mind hundreds of times now, you know. If I'd have carried that out, I know it's bad, but they'd had the mama.
He's there, and he comes out, and I think he shook my hand, and I'm like, you know, hey, Tyler, nice to meet you and whatnot. And he just goes straight in the door and picks up Ashley's guitar and goes and hikes his leg up on the damn trampoline and starts looking at the moon and playing guitar. And I'm like, Ashley, what in the f*** is he doing? Can we just go inside? I don't want to hear this prick playing or something, you know, just something. He stops, and he come over there to pull us apart, and I just rear back and punched him in the side of the head. And I had told her, he needs to go. You know, you need to get this done and get it done. Get him on the road. You know, last couple of weeks, she told me she had made her decision. He did have to go, and this time it was for good. She said, I will be alone.
And then this other guy, man, and I talked with my wife about it. I said, I don't understand why somebody that supposedly has got their living already set, you know, they ain't even got to work for a living to start seeing somebody that has 4 kids. He has no kids. I said, the only thing I can think of is maybe he's a damn. I said, that sounds suspicious to me, you know? Yes.
It quickly becomes.
All right, before the narrator continues, Wackhouse, thank you. I'm not crazy. Because you know I will make up something in my head. There was. Oh, the fact that she finally started talking about leaving, and what I've heard repeated a lot of times is the most dangerous time for a person in a domestic violence situation, or, you know, stalker or whatever situation, is when they actually try to break up with the person. That's the most high risk time that they're not going to make it out alive if the other person is so, you know, inclined to want their lives to be taken.
Clear to the detective that Ashley's relatives all wish she had stayed with John instead of Tyler, a walking red flag fully capable of snapping at any moment. But everything else investigators have is still circumstantial. Still, there's hope. Police did find some concerning items in his car. Multiple anabolic drugs known to affect mood, judgment, and irritability. However, even with these findings, detectives are grasping at straws. Yet, with time slipping away, Detective Cooley knows he can't wait any longer. It's time to come face to face with their killer, who, by this point, has been waiting for hours, growing increasingly impatient to speak.
I was trying to see when he take a breath. I was trying not to pause in the middle of his sentence. This is also important. Well, CT said the police don't really know. I'm assuming he was guessing. You talking about the narrator, about the stiffness of her body? Chris said most police get unalived in domestic violence situations. I have heard that is one of the most dangerous calls for police, is to come in between a domestic violence situation. That's how a lot of them lose their life. I've definitely seen that a lot of times. Yeah, he's gonna have some withdrawals.
The right lawyer, he has a real chance to walk free. Without one, a single wrong word could now cost him his freedom for life. And for Detective Cooley, this isn't just another case. Ashley was his friend, someone he had known for years. Now...
Okay, he's still on the case. The friend is still on the case. Should he be interviewing the suspect? That's also something that could help the defense if this man didn't slip up like it sounds like he's about to. I know you want to help your friend, but I don't think that's the way to do it. You know, like I think that, thank goodness it sounds like the case didn't get messed up, but that seems like they're supposed to take you off the case once you identify you personally know the victim. So that's interesting that he is still here and he's also in the interrogation room, not just working the case in some way.
He has to sit across from the man who has already confessed to killing her.
Okay, if I record, it's just help me keep everything in track. So
my biggest thing is I want to know who you are, because that's very important. We need to know who Ashley is. That's very important. It's not just the events of what happened tonight. It's the whole totality of the history with you guys, because that's going to help best explain everything that led up to where we're at. I'm gonna tell you that, you remember the saying, "The truth will set you free." The truth will set you free in here. It's up to you. I can't make you. I would love to know. We would all love to know, just for the sake of you and for the sake of Ashley, obviously.
I mean, I feel like giving a statement just because I'm here. I don't know how long we wait for a lawyer to get here or whatever, but I just wanted to talk about what happened, tonight. So I don't know if that's,
I think it's important, because right now we've got, obviously,
All right, 2 good points. Auntie Natty said they might have a very small police department. Low manning, you got to do what you got to do. That could be it. Ace Moonshot said, definitely a huge conflict, but narrator might be using hyperbole. A friend for a given value of a friend. He might just have known her to speak to her. That is true as well. I'm trusting the narrator right now because I have not heard the police officer say they were best friends. They were good friends. I think I heard him say, I knew her, or I know her. I know that person. So that's fair. That's very fair as well. Hold on, it's not me. Hold on.
I need to tell what happened. I left about 6 p.m., a little around 6 p.m. I'm not even quite sure when it was when I called the actual police department or called 911. What I had left it as, there were 4 children in the house and a woman.
From the outset, detectives suspect Tyler has a plan, and that turning himself in may have been his first step in trying to appear more innocent. And as the interrogation unfolds, that plan becomes crystal clear. Everything that happened that night was, according to him, Ashley's fault.
The woman and I had an altercation with a loaded weapon, and she had a bullet in her head. Never initiated violent contact on her like that. I'm not the one that pulled the gun. I don't have the gun. I don't want the gun. I don't want to in disputes with a gun.
No intention to shoot Ashley.
No. I've never had. I don't want to take a mother away from her 4 kids. That's not my thing. I closed the door. I locked the bedroom door to the bedroom so the kids don't go in there. I had emptied out the gun. It was empty, and I left it there, and I went out. I didn't know what the fuck to do. I'm sorry. I wasn't perfect. Kids were there. There's a 9-year-old there that's really responsible and was watching the kids. The neighbors were outside across the street, or I had seen neighbors outside at one point across the street. I felt like I just needed to go and be like, this just happened. So I drove to the parking lot down the street and just called 911.
In Tyler's own words, the shooting was merely an altercation. But what stands out even more is how he refers to Ashley only as a woman, never as his partner or ex. Up until this point, Tyler has not shown any emotion when talking about Ashley, but detectives can sense something beneath the surface. Tyler avoids eye contact. He rambles, fidgets, and appears restless, almost like he's on the verge of a breakdown. And the moment detectives ask about Ashley's children, Tyler would finally crack.
And she's got how many kids?
4 kids.
Were they all at the house tonight?
Yes.
Okay.
This is the first real emotion detectives have seen, but they needed to determine whether this is genuine guilt, a calculated tactic, or emotional instability tied to his anabolic substance abuse. Aware that Tyler could shut down the interview at any moment, Detective Cooley grows more cautious, so he starts carefully probing Tyler about any problems in his relationship with Ashley. And this is when Tyler would slip up.
I was married for 5 years, and I felt like a man of honor, and I had a ring on, and I was proud of it. I was proud to be married. I was proud to be a good husband, and I fell into this weird relationship that I never wanted, to be in. I've never wanted to be a part of, and I just went down this road that I just kind of felt like I could never escape from. It was like drowning in it, So I'm just like I was able to divorce in Oregon, it went through in just a couple months, it was finalized and it was done. Her thing has been a year.
Right.
It takes a year for them to do the separation process and everything. And so we've just been kind of in that whirlwind of back and forth with everything and stuff. And I've thought about leaving multiple times. I've wanted to leave multiple times just because it's kind of too much to just take.
Then just leave. You're just talking nonsense because apparently you didn't, because you chose the most permanent way instead of just walking away from the relationship. She has small kids, even if they were adults. Adult kids have a lot of milestones in their life too. They're going to graduate college. They're going to get a certification in something. They're going to get married. They're going to have babies. There's always going to be a reason that the original two parents will find themselves together, and you would hope that the two parents are able to co-parent well together. That's a healthy relationship for the kids and for them. You need to not be in a relationship because it makes no sense. Now he shouldn't be in a relationship knowing how his brain is now. But I'm just saying, had it not been all this, he needs to only date women with no kids, because what are you talking about? Because unless it comes out later that also she was saying, I'm going to get back with my husband, which is her prerogative. I don't even know how you don't expect to see him. And because I think that day he was coming to either get his kids, or I know he said he was expecting to talk to his kids on the phone. When I say this, I mean the soon to be ex-husband it seemed like he was planning on coming to get his daughters or whatever. And she was saying, you have to leave. And that upset him because he was told he had to get out of the house.
Being like, am I taking this man away from 4 kids, his 4 kids, whatever. I felt a lot of guilt in my life in this relationship.
According to Tyler, he felt guilty and was planning to walk away from the relationship. But detectives already know this isn't true. Ashley's ex-husband has already shown investigators messages in which she repeatedly complained that Tyler refused to leave. Additionally, detectives uncovered love letters exchanged between Tyler and his ex-wife, proof he wasn't trapped at all.
I know you lying. I'm gonna read some of this text on the part that they got zoomed in right now. Okay. First of all, it says, to my love, by the time you see this letter, you're miles away from me. Don't be mad I hid one last love letter in your things. I know you said your goal is to forget about me, but we both know that's not true. You'll see this letter. I can't tell what that word is. And your heart will beat a little harder.
To my love, by the time you see this letter, you're miles away from me. Don't be mad. I hid one last love letter in your things. You defeated the world to get to me. I'm never going to forget about you. Don't forget about me. I hope you're ready for when we meet again. It's clear to the detectives that Tyler left his marriage by choice and could have gone back at any moment. So Detective Cooley would push further into the dynamics of their relationship, asking whether things had ever turned abusive. It's at this moment that Tyler's mask would slip, revealing a deep insecurity about his masculinity and a resentment towards Ashley he could no longer hide.
Has it ever become physical? Has she ever hit you, struck you, kicked you, slapped you?
Slapped a couple times, just kind of slap with things, shoes or something like that. She's hitting me with shoes and stuff.
Out of anger?
Frustration, yeah.
She hit you hard?
I mean, just I don't want to sound like she just slapped me with her slippers.
We're talking about
it's kind of like that across when she was mad about something. Yeah.
Okay. So, the way I picture is if my wife's agitated with me or aggravated with me, she pops me with something.
Yeah.
Are we saying something like that, or are we saying she aggressively
No, pops you with something. I'm saying middle ground of that, just kind of pissed about something, but just that's how she's reacting to it. But she wasn't overly I'd never seen a level of aggression to this before with the gun. I don't know where that came from. I have no idea. I've never seen her do anything, pull any shit like that ever. I didn't even know she could.
But now,
if all that happened, like I think you said earlier, Mindy, why didn't he call the police to get her help? And why did he make himself? He called police to say she's gone. But why did you make it seem like you were an anonymous caller versus a person that has a partner that's been violent with them and has threatened them with a weapon. I think he was going to keep pretending he was anonymous. And if they didn't get some hints that, oh, first of all, he drove his own vehicle that the neighbors see all the time to her house. They know it's going to be you. This is stupid to even pretend like you're an anonymous caller. So all it does is just make it seem like, okay, we're looking at you even harder, because why are you anonymously calling this in?
Oh, Tyler would inadvertently reveal something far more disturbing about himself. As part of their custody agreement, Ashley wasn't allowed to have anyone stay overnight, including Tyler, a rule he knew very well. And
oh, maybe that's why he had to leave. Because I was like, I couldn't tell if the husband was about to come over the house to visit the girls or pick up the girls, or if he was just going to talk to them over the phone. But night was approaching. She's respecting their agreement. She says, you got to go. You can't be here overnight. He couldn't take that.
Stay overnight, including Tyler, a rule he knew very well. And as soon as their relationship began to fall apart, Tyler's first instinct was to expose that violation to her ex-husband, knowing full well it would cost Ashley custody of her children.
And so our relationship was really falling out here, and I threatened to tell him the truth when I was getting ready to leave. I was going to call her husband and be like, I've been spending the night here. I don't know what legal ramifications it's going to have for you guys in your life and your world.
Oh, I gave her too much credit. I thought she was respecting the agreement. He's over here threatening to tell that she let him stay over anyway, which y'all know I hate. I hate a non-related partner, or not, that would make sense if they're related. I don't like people in these relationships that allow their new partner to stay overnight while you have kids. If you have no kids, take your own risk, do what you do. But the access to your children, which is literally what that statement said, without allowing, what they said, it was phrased in a way that made me uncomfortable, because it said something about enjoying access to the children, which I know they don't mean it in the way my brain's going, but what I'm saying is we watch too many pedophile body cams and stuff like that, so that's where my brain's gonna go. Ashley, she's gone now. Parents, please do not let these people stay overnight and have access to your kids. You date them. Don't expose them to your children.
I've been in this relationship with you. This relationship has hurt me in a lot of ways. I've sacrificed a lot of things. And for me to go and have closure, I think that I'm just going to let John know the whole truth. I think he deserves to know the truth. And I'm sorry. It was kind of an ugly ending for both of us, this woman and I.
Tyler has just shown how quickly he can retaliate and how easily he could justify harming Ashley whenever he felt the need to do so. But according to Tyler, what happened next wasn't just another argument. He claims Ashley suddenly escalated the situation to a deadly level by pulling a gun on him.
She has a loaded gun, or she has a gun in her drawer next to the bed. And I was in the bedroom talking with her, and she loaded her gun and cocked it back, and basically told me that she wasn't going to let me call and tell.
Okay, Auntie Natty says, trending, he might be lying, saying that was her motive to harm him. I am not inclined to believe him about that being her motive. I am inclined to believe she allowed him to stay overnight sometimes. It's too possible for me to think that she never let him stay overnight sometimes, but I am not over here being convinced that was her motive to try to shoot him, but then she ended up shooting herself, if that makes sense. But I think she let him stay over some nights.
And so this just went to 1,000, 0 to 1,000 in one blink of an eye. I'm in the bedroom talking with her, having a normal conversation, and she's loading a gun in front of my face, and she has a pistol. Literally packing some stuff, putting some stuff in the drawers. I wasn't doing shit. I didn't hit her. I wasn't fighting her or anything. I was just talking. And she loaded her gun and was pointing at me. I just know that that's where that started from. And I'm not saying that to do something, dig myself in the grave, oh, the past, he never saw it happen and now she did it. That sounds like bullshit. No, she did it though.
Okay, before they ask the next question, how can I put this? Based off me looking at other parents and dating someone for a year, that's why, even though he's the one that introduced it and he is a very untrustworthy person, I'm more because of the history of people. I was going to be surprised. That's why I was surprised. I was like, oh, she's trying not to violate the order. But my default was within a year, adults unfortunately be out there letting the person stay overnight, agreement or not. So that's why I was inclined to believe it, but not because I believe him. Anything he's saying right now to me could be all lies, but I've just seen too many adults let someone stay overnight. Even, you know what I mean? Even though they're not supposed to.
Man, I'm a lot stronger than her. I was aggressive, but it was like, she's shot that gun before. She knows what the fuck she's doing with it. I don't shoot guns. I didn't barely shot a gun in my life. And so the whole way it happened, I feel like for me, I didn't mean to do anything. I didn't mean for her to do anything. It was like, basically felt like it was like just fighting for my life. And I feel like it was like, this is how it ended.
According to Tyler, this chaotic struggle wasn't aggression, it was survival. Detectives continue to press for details about what happened in the bathroom, and what Tyler would say next would either support his self-defense claim or unravel it completely.
Okay, how long from the time she came into the bathroom to where it escalated to the point she gets shot? Talking about seconds or minutes?
2 minutes probably.
Talk to me
just
about
struggling.
Those 2 minutes. Talk
Just
to me
fighting,
about
trying to. It's a combination of talking, moving the gun around each other. Just like I'm trying to grab her, I'm trying to hold on to her. It's just like it was just felt like it was like fight for survival. I don't know what was going on. I felt like she was going to kill me.
So at no point you stripped the gun from her and had the gun in your hand totally?
Not until it was over. Not until she was on the ground.
Were you on top? Was she on top?
Behind.
You were
behind, like kind of in like this, like kind of trying to do like a chokehold shit thing or something. She was like trying to get the gun to me, so it was just in our general facial areas.
Okay.
After the shot, what happens?
I don't even. I stood there.
Oh, that stutter came in hard.
I couldn't believe what the fuck happened, and the first thing I thought of was, I have to call somebody. I have to get someone here. I have to stand up for what I've done.
Tyler is becoming increasingly more agitated, forcing detectives to call a short break, concerned that pushing any further would cause him to shut down completely. But the moment they step outside the interrogation room, everything changes. New evidence comes in, and it directly contradicts Tyler's story. Tyler claims Ashley had the gun in her hand and they were fighting over the weapon. But when Ashley's body was discovered, her phone was still in her right hand, her dominant hand, meaning she hadn't been holding a weapon in the moments before she was shot. Then came the most damning detail. Ashley's hair was found inside the barrel of the gun. Combined with skull fracture patterns, it proved the weapon had been firmly pressed against her skin when fired. This wasn't self-defense. This was a cold-blooded execution. This was exactly what detectives needed. Armed with this evidence, Detective Cooley re-enters the room, and this time, he's ready to confront Tyler about his story. But to the detective's surprise, his controlled demeanor has disappeared, and Tyler is about to lash out.
Well, do you feel like it probably just got out of hand?
Yes, I think our whole relationship was out of hand, and I think that I've never had someone do that to me. I've never had someone get that mad at me that they load a weapon in their house. The kids were asleep. It was 2 nights ago, and she cocks it back, and she's standing there like all cocky, looking at me like she's gonna, like she knows what she's gonna do with it.
I mean, why not? If this lady's got a gun, why?
You know what's crazy? Had he known what they were looking for, which the average person doesn't know, had he stuck to the story of she threatened to unalive herself, and I kept pleading with her, but I also didn't want to get shot, it was too much reasonable doubt in the middle for them to say, nope, he still did it. Like, they could still suspect it, but if you are trying to take your life, then you would also most would press it to their head and then, shoot the gun. So if he had said that, they might not have had enough, because like they said, they depend on him to make up the scenario and see what he's going to say and see if it matches the evidence or not. And his story was so bad, it definitely didn't match the evidence. But they weren't sure without him telling some things on if she did it to herself or if he did it. Now, maybe with the phone in her hand, though, that also probably would have then added to it. But the way the narrator set it up was that had he picked the right story, it wouldn't have been that easy for them to prove.
Why not just get the hell out of there?
Because she had never done anything like this before. The other night, 2 nights ago, I don't even know why I let that go. I should have left the house. I guess it's just...
Now, see, they already feel, okay, they're still going to check his hands if they're thorough. They should, Teresa. But he would have powder on his hands, gunpowder on his hands, had it went down how he said it went down as well. So that also would have hurt him had he tried to go with the self-deletion route, because then he probably shouldn't have had gunpowder on his hands if he did go with that story. But with the story he went with, he was going to have gunpowder on his hands too. But yeah, I'm sure, I mean, his story's all over the place. So I'm sure they still swabbing his hands either way.
Fair to like say I was afraid for my life though?
Yes.
Like, is that fair to say that? I mean, I feel like the cop out there was like, "You're a big dude," and I feel like it's not fair if it's like, "You look like you could handle yourself. You could have just like punched her in the face or like kicked her or something or like done something." And I'm like, I don't know, man. One bullet goes off and you're fucked.
Yeah.
So I just felt like it was like, for me, it's not about that.
That's right.
It's about it was a fight for literally like I don't know what the fuck she's gonna do. She threatened me the night, so now I'm just like, I don't even know. It just feels like it was an accident. I didn't.
Did he say she threatened me with a knife on accident? Let me see. Maybe he's just saying like a lot.
Dude, and I feel like it's not fair if it's like, "You look like you could handle yourself. You could have just like punched her in the face or like kicked her or something or like done something." And I'm like, I don't know, man. One bullet goes off and you're fucked.
Yeah.
So I just felt like it was like, for me, it's not about that.
That's right.
It's about it was a fight for literally like I don't know what the fuck she's gonna do. She threatened me the night, so now I'm just like, I don't even know.
Okay, he said that night. I was just trying to see if he was trying to add even more horrible lies in there.
It just feels like it was an accident. I didn't try to murder anybody. I didn't try to kill anyone. I don't know how. I don't know what happened. I don't know. I worked in the medical field and I know that it's not good. I know that.
Tyler's words no longer sound like the frustration of a man defending himself. They sound like hostility towards someone he blames for everything that happened. But this is when Tyler would start to realize he isn't coming across the way he hoped. And when detectives press a little harder, they're about to make their biggest mistake, pushing Tyler to shut down completely.
We're still missing some things that I feel that you're kind of rushing through, and I think it.
Processing today. I just want to feel like I'm like someone's like on like kind of listen like on my side.
On your side, right?
No, but I'm not trying to.
I get what you're saying.
I know I've seen this in the movies. I know what I'm trying to do. Like it's like the more I tell them now, it's like the better it looks. Like the more I just tell them now, it's like. But I'm getting to that place where it's like we're at like the heart of everything that happened. I'm trying to be really careful with like. If I fuck up or if I say something stupid, I don't know what, the more I talk, I feel like the more it's like going to look like, oh man, dude, I'm trying to explain the best I can of what happened. Right now, the whole world, if they know what just happened, is probably like, that guy's a piece of shit. So I'm like, feel really alone where I like don't have anyone. My family's not here. No one's here. I understand that Ashley's not here either. And I'm trying to process that shit right now. But
what we're going to do is we're going to refrain from any more questions.
Understood.
If you feel compelled to re-engage or say anything, you are more than welcome.
You know, I appreciate you guys being patient with me. I know you guys got to do this with people and stuff, and I'm not trying to tell you guys I don't want your counsel and I don't want to tell more and more and more. I just feel like I'm at that point, looking at that piece of paper, what I've told you. I want to be able to tell someone that's I'm kind of like sitting here going like, I hear what you're saying, maybe don't say anything, maybe some counsel. I know you guys are counseling me right now, and I'm appreciating it, but I need someone else.
They are not counseling you. They are not doing that at all.
It just feels like it's like, does this, man?
It's at this point that Tyler refuses to answer any more questions until his lawyer arrives. But with the evidence stacked against him, Tyler would ultimately be charged with second-degree murder and 4 counts of child abandonment. He would go to trial maintaining that he acted in self-defense, but the state's case would be overwhelming. Tyler would be found guilty on all charges and sentenced to life in prison with no chance of parole.
As he should have been. Whew. the child abandonment charges ×4. I'm just picturing a way he wouldn't have gotten the child abandonment charges would have been he automatically dropped the kids off at the neighbors first and then committed his crime. Because it's just, he did abandon children, but I'm just like, I don't know. My brain has to picture how this would have played out if he did not abandon the kids. What would he have done? Just because they put it on there, my brain had to think about it. All right, let me see. Let me see if they have anything else to say.
And sentenced to life in prison with no chance of parole. Thank you for watching and supporting our team.
All right, so links, right, or not kill the mother at all. Ace Moonshot, yes, very, very true. The links are in the description box for these videos if you like to watch uninterrupted. But if you made it this far, you must have been okay with me talking a little bit. No, I'm gonna have to talk either way, or otherwise we just all have to watch this by ourselves, because you can't just be up here re-uploading people's content and you not saying nothing. Then that's not fair to the uploader, and that is not what fair use is. I'm trying to structure my work weeks, my work days, where I can come in the afternoon like this, because it was early afternoon. We're still ending at an early evening time. This is perfect. So on days I don't have a lot going on, we'll have more videos like this where we can get the more serious body cams, because Saturday morning and Sunday morning are kind of dedicated to the less serious body cams. I'm not gonna say always funny, but less like this. So expect to see me some more this week. I'm trying this out to see how my schedule's doing with this way. Like, do I feel super drained after, or can I still function and do other stuff I want to do before it's time to go to bed? So we're gonna try this out, okay? But yeah, y'all will see me again so I can see how it's going. But thank you for being here. Thank you to those that stopped by. Thank you for those that will play the replay. Thank you, Mark House. All right, y'all. I will see you later. Bye.